Hello. I just saw a very clever submitted solution to the Codewars Kata Mumbling, in which well, I guess it's 2 lines technically, but the function body is a one-liner, and I'm going to talk about why this works. Try again. I remembered that I'd already put that in there. So let's start by thinking of this through left to right. This is just a string literal, so that's simple. What does join do? Join takes, let me put an example here. Actually, I'll use the dash. Dot join of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What it does is it takes the elements in the array and joins them together into a string, and this is the character that it puts between them. So let's print that result and run the test, and I should be able to see the output. Oh, what did I do? Oh, you have to join strings together. Right. Okay, try that. So there you go. When you have the strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we could just as well do that with A, B, C, D, E. And then, as you see, the output gives us A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and so much for that. What are we joining? We start with, well, C.upper. Where is C coming from? This is a case now where going left to right may not be that helpful, because we see C.upper and then we see C.lower, but wait, what is C anyway? Then we keep reading, we get times I. What is I? For I comma C in enumerate S. So there we go, we have C. And this is a case where it might be helpful to work from the inside out. And if we look to the inside, that's the inside. This is more on the inside. That's more on the inside. This is more on the inside. And this is the interesting one because it has our input S. So what is what does enumerate S give us? Let's just try that. And I want to put it in the function body so we actually have access to that S. How does this namespace work? I'll just grab a example S from here. S equal, I'm shadowing the outer namespace, but I don't care. The inner, by that, okay, I'll explain what I said there. Sometimes if you're using PyCharm and you have a variable defined as S inside of a function, but then you have a variable defined as S in the global scope, that's considered bad practice. And I just did that, but I don't mind because I'm just demonstrating things here. Let's test and see what enumerate does to that string. Enumerate object, that's not very enlightening. Let's cast it as a list so we can see what's what. Here we have it. Here it is. So we have a list of tuples, which are an index 0 and Z, the first character from the string, index 1, P, the second character from the string, and so on. So what we have is, this is getting kind of deep because enumerate gives us a generator. It can generate this list of tuples when we tell it to. I told it to by saying list. So enumerate S gives us the ability to generate 0, comma, first character in S, 1, comma, second character in S, 2, comma, next character in S, 3, comma, next character in S, and so on. And this notation here means that we can break those tuples into I and C. So let's try this. What if we print I, comma, I, and C, comma, oops, C, comma, C. I maybe wanted to put the strings first, but whatever. Oops, and I have to remember that S equals a string, otherwise it won't be defined and it'll complain to me. So there we go. So for I we get 0 and Z, 1 and P, 2 and G. So that's what that means when we break out I and C from enumerate S. Now we're ready to look at this code, and let's see, will this work if I put this here? You know what? I think I was making an assumption that was incorrect. No, this is okay. Never mind. Forget I said that. So what do we have here? We have for I, C, and enumerate S. Remember that the first one we had 0 and Z. So C dot upper plus C dot lower times I. Now what is this? This is a string multiplied by an integer. How does that work? It turns out that is the same as C times 5 is the same as writing C plus C plus C plus C plus C. It concatenates them. It adds them all together. So that's the meaning of multiplying a string by an integer. And if the integer is 0, then it's like having the string 0 times. That's why we have no lowercase character here, but on the when we had 2 and P, we have the one instance. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, it's always one less than that. Huh, 0 indexing came in handy for something. In this case, I is 2, so you have the lowercase g twice. Here I will be 3, so you have the lowercase l 3 times, thrice, if you will, and so on. So that's that. Inside of this, I'm going to highlight this much code here. Remember, this basically is the inside of a generator that lets us generate. Well, what would it generate? Let's cast it as a list and see, and print, and remember to include the definition of S for it. And let's test that. So we have Z, P, P, G, 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 L, 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 N, 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 and up to U. So it's basically a list of these little strings that have the characteristics that we need. You know, like there's the A, and then the B, B, and the C, 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 and the D, D, D. And then it's just a matter of, remember at the beginning of the video I said that join, start with a string, dot join, an iterable, like a list, or in this case the generator, and we come out with the answer. So I'll run it one more time just to test it to make sure it works. It does. I'm not going to attempt or submit it because I didn't actually come up with the solution myself. Someone else did. But there you go. There you have it. A one-liner explained on Codewars. Thanks for watching.